have any extra rice bags, like rice packets you don't need anymore? I'm trying to do a project and want to make something with it. Hi, I'm Maggie Chang and my hobby is upcycling. I got into upcycling when I was a little kid, so I saw a lot of potential in trash, so I would always collect them. Whenever my family members want to throw away something, I just stopped them from doing that and was like, oh, maybe I can make something with that. For me, thrifting and upcycling is completely different. Thrifting is when you go to a secondhand shop like Goodwill or a local thrift store and you just buy something and it stops there. Whereas upcycling is when you find an old item that might be tossed out and transform it into something else. Usually what inspires me to start a project is when I see something I want but don't want to buy it because there's like not a lot of sustainable options or it's fast fashion or trendy items are hard to find secondhand. And so when I source things, it's either in the house or sometimes I even go to restaurants just to ask. I love creating clothing and other things I need just because I feel like when you make something yourself, it doesn't have to be like a crazy process, but you can make it your own and you can personalize things. And I actually love making gifts for friends just so I feel like it's more special and it's like one of a kind. You can't find it anywhere else. Patchwork tops were really popular a few years ago and luckily I was in Taiwan and at my family's place, so I found a bag of socks that nobody wanted and just thought that it would be a good fabric to make patchwork tops because of how they stretch and the different textures. So I actually made the cow print bucket hat a few years ago when the cow print was really popular and I wanted one for myself. And luckily a family member had some leftover fabric that they gave me, so I decided to use that and also a t-shirt I didn't want anymore as like a reversible bucket hat. I decided that every Lunar New Year I would make a Lunar New Year inspired upcycled project. And this year I made a mahjong dress. I ended up getting the tiles and getting fishing lines just because they're transparent. It's also very sturdy and strong. And I tied it on each individual tile. And then I decided to make it into a top to wear, which was really heavy, but I really like how it turned out. All of the projects don't go as planned, just because I'm like very spontaneous and sometimes I just start like when I want to. Today I'm making a mini tote bag. I feel like rice bags are very sturdy and it'd just be perfect to make a little tote bag out of it. So that's what I'm doing today. And as for the straps, I have some scrap fabric laying around the house. So I actually just thought this denim would be the perfect color combination as to my rice bag. So that would be the straps for the tote bag. If you wanted to start upcycling, my biggest advice to you would be to try new things, and you don't have to create like extreme transformations. So it could even be embroidering or like painting and just adding like a little personalized detail onto like a clothing or a hat you don't wear anymore. Or for me, I actually like to look up tutorials. There's a lot of free educational content online, so YouTube is a great source, and you can also find free patterns online. So for a bucket hat, I found a free pattern online that I just followed. A pattern is essentially just like a guide for you to cut out the fabric before sewing. And it's also important to keep in mind that the project doesn't have to be sewing based, because I know a lot of people don't have sewing machines or maybe they don't want to invest in something before they even know how to sew. So there are always different techniques to make it. There's like needle felting, there's coiling, there's painting. It doesn't have to be anything like complex. I know that some people also just glue things, and that could also work. I'm hoping to create a community and pick one material every month and to see how many things I can make with it, and hopefully inspire others to do the same. And then I get to feature them and, exchange ideas, brainstorm together, hopefully. And yeah, that's just what I'm hoping for the future.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to discover more hobbies and visit notjustahobby.com to learn more.